Good morning and welcome to the Walt Disney Family Museum.
We're here bright and early this morning and we've got a full day of Disney fun and knowledge to learn.
Yeah, we came in 2023. Unfortunately, it was closed, so we've only looked at the outside so far. We've been on a Walt Disney history kick recently. We went to Walt's Disneyland apartment and we actually went into Walt's office at the Walt Disney Studios in January. I think it's time to tick this one off the list.
My name's Georgia.
I'm Jake. We're a British couple living in Canada, and now we're going to go into the Walt Disney Family Museum. Let's go! And instantly we're seeing some actual furniture from Disneyland apartment where we were earlier this year. We stood in that room and it looked so similar.
We have a photo.
Yeah, we do. We were also fortunate enough to actually go inside of Walt's birthplace in Chicago. So where this photo was probably taken. That's insane. There's the house in Chicago. We'll leave the video in the description too, so you can come along on that one too. We're not going to talk too much because it kind of gets crowded in these little galleries and it gets a bit awkward when you talk. Very into it. 2 galleries in and already absolutely loving it though. You can't really beat a view like this from a museum. We've made our way upstairs and it looks like we're entering Walt's Hollywood phase. These nearly 350 cels made 15 seconds of Steamboat Willie. That's absolutely crazy. The earliest known drawing of Mickey Mouse from 1928. This is a piece of Disney history. And we actually saw in the Walt Disney Archives at the studio, Walt's desk, and they'd recreated this whole scene with the pictures on the wall. Alongside all this physical merchandise, they have a huge array of archived merchandise of Mickey Mouse dating through all these different years. Just a little bit of everything. If you can imagine it, you can put Mickey on it. So in the world, as far as I'm aware, there's 3 multiplane cameras left. There's one here, there's one at the Walt Disney Studios, and then there's one at the Walt Disney Studio theme park in Paris. This is now the 3rd one that I haven't seen, and now I'm here and visiting it. I've seen the other 2, so that's fun and exciting. So a couple of years ago, Georgia and I actually went to the Griffith Park carousel, and we saw one of the famous benches that Walt potentially sat on when he thought of the idea for Disneyland.
Yeah.
The other one is at Disneyland, and then there's another one right here. We're ticking off a lot of random bucket list items, I guess, today.
A lot of Disney lore
Yeah.
is happening today.
Yeah. And now the moment that I've been waiting for since wanting to come to this museum, the Disneyland exhibit. Here's a selection of Disneyland ticket books. So you used to be able just to pay like 50 cents to get in, and then you'd buy the ticket books, and each ride had a different category. So like the thrill rides were e-tickets. Oh, there's one, green one. Okay, I think you can control a tiki bird potentially. Oh. After Disneyland, they talk about the 1964 World's Fair, where they showcased the Carousel of Progress, the Ford Magic Skyway, and It's a Small World. And Walt was able to get other companies to pay for them, and then when they were done with the World's Fair, they just took it all over to Disneyland, and then they had free attractions, basically. And then as they start to talk about Florida Project and Epcot, the floor actually looks like the ideal map that they wanted for Epcot, as a city, rather than a theme park.
Community of tomorrow that will never be complete. It will never cease to be a living blueprint of the future, where people actually live a life they can't find anywhere else.
It's a very sad day for everyone.
And as with all museums, we exit into the gift shop. And that concludes our visit to the Walt Disney Family Museum.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
We had a really good time. I can't believe how long we were in there.
Yeah, what time is it?
2:15.
And we got here at 10.
Yes.
Wow.
We've been in there 4 hours.
You probably don't need to take as long. We
No.
pretty much read every single thing we
Yeah.
could. Yeah, it wasn't too busy, which was quite nice,
Yeah, no,
even
it
for a
was nice.
Saturday. I expect it to be worse, but honestly, if you're in San Francisco, it is worth the visit. Kind of the whole point of our trip right now is this museum, so
Yeah.
I'd say it was a worthwhile visit.
You learn a lot. You see a lot.
Yeah, it's so nicely presented, and every room is so well done. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Also consider checking out our other Walt Disney history videos, I guess, which is touring of the Walt Disney Studios, where we go into Walt's office,
We also went to Walt's childhood home in Chicago.
and the Disneyland apartment that Walt Disney had for himself. We toured that earlier in this year too. Yeah, we'll link everything down in the description. Thank you so much for watching again, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. I saw someone doing it, so it was working, but maybe not.
and it's so nicely represented and it's so
Present.
nice.
Sorry.
It's so nicely